Day 6 of the Tupac murder trial. Keffe D is being charged for the killing of Tupac Shakur. He is the last known living Crip gang member that was supposedly in the car that shot at Tupac and Suge Knight in Las Vegas many years ago. I've been following this case, y'all, like a lot of people. It's very interesting. Of course, Tupac was a huge star, and this case never got closure as far as from a legal standpoint, but the street's been talking, and I've seen a lot of interviews today, little clips here and there of Orlando Anderson, Keffe D's nephew, who was supposedly in the back seat that opened fire on Tupac and Suge Knight. I've seen clips of him today all over YouTube. Also clips of Keffe D. I'm just laughing about it. My wife saw it. She's a big Tupac fan, or was, and she was like, that's pretty disgusting. It's pretty sad that gang members can be like this, so heartless and cold, and they laugh about their enemies when they take them out. But anyways, the point is these guys just kept talking and yapping all these years. Keffe D went and made a book. I listened to it, an audio book, when I was at work. And of course, I'm like everybody else. He probably only wrote 10% of it, if he even wrote it at all. But someone else wrote it, I'm pretty sure. And it basically detailed the whole situation, him going to Las Vegas, him pushing dope back in the day, and getting a basically a proffer agreement for him not being charged with all this drug dealing. And he just had to give up the information on the unaliving of Tupac and the shooting of Suge Knight in Las Vegas. Anyways, I'm going to play this little clip here. It is from today. A lot of crazy stuff happened in the courtroom, and it's going to have Keffe D's lawyer. It looks like Fabio, if you catch that little joke there. Maybe you're a little bit older like me. But the point is, it's a couple highlights from the courtroom today. I'm going to try to cover this case more as I go. But anyways, check it out, y'all. Here it is, the Keffe D murder trial of Tupac Shakur, day 6.
You might consider it some fireworks inside the courtroom for the Tupac Shakur murder trial.
A witness clash with the defense attorney for Duane, Keffe D. Davis. Mike Dorsey says he's a documentarian and has worked in the true crime realm for years now and worked as a consultant on Death Row Chronicles. Duane Keffe D. Davis did paid interviews for the project. Dorsey says he took the information to Las Vegas Metro Police, kept a detective informed, and recorded audio from the interview. Now, aside from the recordings for the TV production, his lawyer pressed him.
I'm not just talking about Greg Kading. I'm talking about...
And that's what they're doing. Excuse me, y'all. They're trying to basically, I think, paint a picture that a lot of people were in this for the money. Reggie White Jr. was working security for Death Row, and he has a YouTube channel, and they had him on the stand, too. I'll try to do a little bit of reactions to him as well. It's all pretty interesting. Every clip that pops up, I try to watch it or listen to it at work if I can. But I think that's what they're kind of trying to make this seem as far as Keffe D's defense is. A lot of these people are or were in it for the money, and they're making content. He had the interview with Reggie White Jr. talking about how much they make on YouTube and all this. So I think that's kind of the route that the defense is going with, that this is all a play for money as far as everybody that makes content. Again, Keffe D messed up, opening his mouth, speaking a lot, doing interviews, and ultimately that's what has him right here in court and charged with the murder. In my opinion, that's what happened. They just kept talking and making content, and here we are.
Every detective that came before.
Question.
I am. You're trying to phrase it in a certain way. Not just Greg Kading. It's not just his files.
What detectives are you talking about before Greg Kading?
Sure. A lot of the biggie detectives had gathered evidence. Don't shake your head. A lot of biggie detectives gathered evidence. Jeez, man.
One of the things he does.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Watching this, I'm just like, why are they really doing this? It's been so long. Are they trying to just close this and get a little bit of clout for this case? But this whole case is kind of like a circus. I even saw Mob James. I believe he's a snitch. I saw videos of him. They said that he was an informant back in the day, snitching on his people in his hood or whatever. But the point is, him talking up there, I should react to that one. It's all like a circus, to be completely honest. I don't think it's serious, even though Keffe D, it's pretty serious for him. That's just my opinion.
This is he steals the Tupac plaque.
I object to the word steals.
I'm sorry. He
Well, you
borrowed.
I'm not, I know like a legal sense I object to. This is a person I object to. A lot of the questions you're asking me right now, I know are based off conspiracy theories out there about alternate theories of this. And I just would wonder if you have any evidence of that you would base your question on.
Damn.
Mr.
You're
Garcia,
just using questioning
you
of
can't
me.
ask him questions. He asks you
Okay,
questions.
that's fine. I'm
Okay.
just
Oh, Dad.
wondering.
You can't ask him questions. He asks you questions. Let's go. My bad, y'all.
Let's just do it by the book.
Can you just wait until I'm done with my questions?
Can you stop saying that to him, man? Jeez, dude. Just having a normal conversation with you. You have to keep cutting me off and make me sound like I'm eager.
And when you said you did the research, what research did you do to verify? Wait, let me finish. Sir. That's all right. You're eager. I get it. What did you
Can you please stop badgering me?
Okay.
Very ridiculous. Trying to be very respectful to you, sir, and I would really appreciate
Okay.
it.
There's no question pending for you. Hey, I got it.
I think
It's funny, y'all. That's like the whole court proceeding. It's just, I'm telling you, every time I see clips or check them out, I watch them. They're just real good stuff. I'm glad it's being documented. I'm glad it's actually being televised. It's pretty crazy, to be honest, but it's just a very interesting case. It's funny. These people act crazy in the courtroom. I don't think they're very professional, but that's just how it is, and it is what it is.
you get the idea of how heated it was in the courtroom today. Clark County District Judge there, Carly Kearney, stepping in a few times, but not every time. 8 News Now investigator Vanessa Murphy watched it all unfold. She talked with defense attorney Michael Sant just moments ago and has more from the Regional Justice Center in downtown Las Vegas.
Defense attorney Michael Samt joining me moments after leaving the courtroom. You are representing Duane Keffe D. Davis. A lot of fireworks just happened with the witness, Mike Dorsey. What do you want to say about it?
Was there really fireworks? Sometimes witnesses, they want to promote an idea or an agenda. So I think that's what this witness was doing today.
Whoa.
So it's typical. It happens. Sometimes you have a witness that doesn't necessarily answer the question completely the way you want. They ramble on. And so you have to deal with that. But I don't think it was that bad.
See, and that's what I do. I'm in a federal lawsuit right now. I'll leave it at that. But I just watch how they play in court. And what I know is it's all strategy. All this is strategy. These people in court, if they're any good, these lawyers, they will bust moves, get you in gotcha moments as far as, especially something like this with a crime here. And it's pretty crazy to say the least, because you get to watch these heavyweights. I think they are, right? I already don't know who this guy is, but I'm saying he has to be somewhat good to be representing Keffe D, I would imagine. But the point is, it's pretty cool to watch them go back and forth and to see how it all plays out. And it's interesting to say the least.
Quite honestly.
About him. At one point, he said, "I object," or made a statement of that sort. I haven't seen a witness do that. It's rare.
You know what it is? I think on some level is that people just react different ways on that stand. And to me, it goes to credibility. Obviously, if you're testifying in a certain way, the jury will make that determination whether it's credible or not. And sometimes there's theatrics. I think it was completely unnecessary, but hopefully the jury can see through it and see what the actual facts are that he provided.
Wow. I don't know if I'd want my lawyer to be doing these kind of interviews just because it's something serious. And if Keffe D gets convicted, I don't know what he's facing, but I'm pretty sure murder has no statute of limitations and he's going to go to prison for the rest of his life. He's already pretty old, but I'm just saying, I don't know if I'd want my lawyer to be speaking on my case if this was me, because just from what I know as of late and just it being a serious situation, someone's life is on the line. Yeah, I wouldn't want my lawyer to be doing this, but to each his own.
How do you feel about the case today, day 6?
I don't know. I just keep looking at the next day. So I'm not really paying attention to the long game right now. I'm just preparing for each day as it's coming up.
Could we see Davis take the stand himself?
That's his decision. He'll make that decision when the court advises him of his rights to testify or not. At this particular point, I do not know what he wants to do about that.
Okay. Thank you so much. I grabbed you on your way out. I'll let you go. Thank you so much. So that was Michael Samt, defense attorney for Duane Keffe D. Davis moments as he is leaving court. We will be back for day 7 tomorrow.
So there it is. Pretty interesting situation. Like I said, I'm going to try to cover it more as I go. And my thoughts are on the situation as follows. I think he did do it. He had something to do with it. To be honest, I saw a clip earlier where he's laughing about it. And they asked him if he is the one that actually shot at Tupac and Suge Knight that fateful night in Las Vegas. And he kind of laughed about it. And there's actually rumors that he's the one that pulled the trigger. He was in the car with 3 other gentlemen. They're going down the Las Vegas Boulevard, the Strip, from his own recollection and his testimony and his books and interviews from what I've seen. And they're just looking for Tupac because they beat down Orlando Anderson, his nephew. And these are Southside Crips. These ain't no jokes. These ain't no wannabes. These are real gangsters from L.A. And they beat down Orlando at the hotel or after the fight with Mike Tyson. And I saw another clip. It was pretty good. Art of Dialogue interviewed one of the responding officers that pulled up on Tupac and Suge Knight when they wrecked the BMW. But anyways, the point is, it was very electrifying in Las Vegas. Whenever Mike Tyson would come around and they would have these boxing events, the whole strip was shut down basically when he would fight. And it was a calm before the storm. And then, man, after it let out, it got crazy like usual. And Tupac and them were riding around in a BMW after they beat down Orlando Anderson. And the Crips wanted revenge. That's what Keffe D said. It's just normal gangbang mentality. And they went out there looking for Tupac. And sure enough, they found him driving around the strip, women yelling and throwing themselves at Tupac and his entourage, and they caught him on their own. And there's a lot of conspiracies. They say that P. Diddy offered $1 million, but P. Diddy kind of got away because the money never went to Keffe D and the Crips. They got offered $1 million, and someone went in, the middleman, and took the money, so they couldn't really get P. Diddy for this hit because the money never exchanged hands and went to the proper people. Anyways, like I said, they were looking for Tupac on the strip. They found him. They pulled up in the Cadillac, I believe. It was a white Cadillac, and right next to him, and just started unloading on Tupac. And Suge Knight got grazed in the head, bleeding like crazy from what I heard. And I believe the story. People say that Tupac has something to do with it. I don't think so. I think he cared about Tupac. Suge Knight cared about Tupac, should I say, and I don't think he had nothing to do with him being taken out. That was his friend, and it was just some regular gangbanging activities, and Tupac actually got caught in the whirlwind being a rapper and then dealing with the street politics and the gangbang culture in California and LA of all places. That followed him to Las Vegas, and the hood beef went towards the Mike Tyson fight. And Keffe D has said it many times. I've seen him. I heard him. I heard his book. He basically claims that they did this. And of course, he said that what had happened was he did a proffer agreement, spilled his guts about this, and it couldn't be used against him as far as in the deal he had because he was selling dope. And I don't know how that works. I guess a proffer agreement only has its stipulations, and once you break them, you can be charged because obviously he's being charged. Anyways, point is, pretty interesting case. We'll see how it turns out. Do I think Keffe D will be found guilty? At this point, I think he will be, but I won't be surprised if he gets acquitted or something less because I don't know if they really have any evidence. At this point, like, where's the gun? Where's the car? Is there any eyewitnesses? And I think these guys got away with it a long time ago, and they knew they did because there's no evidence. And do it in 2026, it wouldn't happen like that. Back in them days, 96, I believe, there wasn't that much surveillance like there is now. So I think he probably will get away with it, but I have a feeling he's going to get convicted. But at the same time, you know what? Probably in the end, he will get away with it because I think they don't really have the evidence to stick. So we'll see how it goes. I've been covering this. I'm going to start covering this as much as I can. I just known about this case because I followed it for a long time, like a lot of us. Sorry for rambling on, but my video, my channel, and I thank you for your time for watching it. Anyways, let me know what you think in the comments, y'all. That was just day 6 of the trial. I will try to cover it more as we go because it's pretty interesting and very, I would say, not legendary, but it's somewhat legendary to see this all play out in front of our own eyes. With that, I'm out of here. God bless you. Christ is Lord. Later.